Giving all praises, glory, and honor to Yahweh Bahashem, Yahweh Shai Bahashem, Rahak Kodash, the ones, the apostles, the elders, the great millstone who rule well. Peace, salutations, blessings to the elect, pushing the word across the four corners of the earth. I'm the brother Shaman of Great Millstone, Chicago. And this is an example of not using wisdom. Now, what I will say is, it looks like the officers, they used force because they punched the guy in the face and he was unarmed. Dragged him out of the vehicle. So maybe if he gets a good lawyer, he can fight this, but it depends on the judge, and it all depends on the city and state that he's in. Because they protect cops. And one thing I'm noticing, you have a lot of incidents where police are being unalived. They got these new laws where basically they can break into your house without a warrant, and whatever damage happens, it happens. And I'm hearing a lot of reports of them doing that, and then somebody firing on them or something like that, and that's what's going to happen because they don't know who you are. You haven't identified yourself. You don't have to come through with a warrant. These people come in with everybody got a shiesty on now, like these ICE people. They wear shiesties because they don't want you to see their face. So if you notice what's going on, the police forces are militarizing, which that's supposed to, what's that, posse comitatus. The military is not supposed to conduct against civilians. But that's going to all be done away with. All right, the scriptures talk about that. The glittering spear. I'm going to play some of this because this guy didn't use wisdom.
Well, for one, your headlights are off under this weather. When he pulled me over, he walked up.
Which I'll say, the police was on some bullshit in this situation because they tried to say that his headlights weren't on, and it is daytime.
Lights off, first of all, and then there's no rain.
It doesn't matter. You're still required to have headlights on.
Can you pull that law up?
Huh?
Can you pull that law up?
Yeah, when you step out of the car, I will.
Can you call your supervisor?
Huh?
Can you call your supervisor?
All right, go for it.
Exit the vehicle now. Exit the vehicle. Show me your hands.
Here.
Indication 33 at 15 an hour.
I'm here. What is your reason, sir?
Step out.
What is your reason?
Step out now.
All right. No, don't.
Yeah, that was complete bullshit. And he should sue those police officers. But understanding the times that we're in and where we're at, we can't just allow the devil to beguile us. This is Matthew 5:25, and it's just basics. You have to understand the climate that we're in. Like, I'm in Chicago, so all these police up here, they're jumpy, they're on edge. So generally when they see, somebody who is respectful, talks to them, they feel safe, then they'll let you go about your business. Matthew 5:25, agree with thine adversary quickly while thou art in the way with him, lest at any time the adversary deliver thee to the judge, and the judge deliver thee to the officer, and thou be cast into prison. You have to be at least a little cordial, even if, of course we don't like being here. It's a police state, it's a prison, it's a pit. but exercise wisdom. They're looking for targets. You know, and then of course these police are being told to profile Jake. See what kind of skin he got. Darker skin. Or he could be an illegal. That's the times that we're in. Sirach 8:14, it says, "Go not to the law with a judge, for they will judge for him according to his honor." Yeah, like you get a situation where some police officers lying, which that's happened to me before. They lied. They said I did something, said I was speeding or whatever bullshit they try to get you with. Then you go to court. Hey, I wasn't speeding. Oh no, see, the officer has his report right here, and then he shows up. They're gonna say you're guilty. You got to pay the fine. You got to pay the ticket. And follow the spirit too, because certain situations you can outthink them. And certain times they do some illegal shit, but we have to understand that they're gonna judge for their favor. So you got to watch how you move. It's Sirach 9:13. "Keep you far from the man that has power to kill, so shall you not doubt the fear of death. And if you come to him, make no fault, lest he take away your life presently. Remember that you go in the midst of snares, and that you walk upon the battlements of the city." Yeah, remember that they're always looking to it said the wicked seek to ensnare the righteous. Always looking for some trap. They're always looking, when they're talking to you, they're not talking to you, just in a conversation. They're talking to you so that you admit some sort of guilt, or you try to argue so they can, take it to level 10. Like this guy. That's what happened. He's calling him over. Hey, let me talk to your captain. The guy's got emotional. He got a green light. Yeah, go ahead, knock his window out. But in a situation like that, again, you're supposed to roll down your window and talk to the officer. Now, I've been in situations before where the police said something, but the brother knew the law, and he said, "Hey, can I talk to your captain?" Because the brother knew the law, and then there's a damn nigger woman trying to overstep. The captain came over. He said, "Okay," and then he had her keep it moving, because she was just trying to harass us. We were speaking, and then we moved over to a public space, and she still was on bullshit. So in that situation, it worked, but in this one, this guy's just arguing. Which again, he's right to be pissed off for them pulling him over for that. But you got to deal with it. See, this is not the time to get emotional, irrational, hasty. This is the time to really think, Akim. You really got to have that temperance in you. Sometimes you just got to take an L. Hey, you know what? My bad, man. I should have cut my lights on. I didn't think it was, I didn't think it was dark. I didn't think it was too much rain. I thought the rain disappeared. Seeing that, you agree with them, they just be like, what? Okay, cool, man. Just, don't let it happen again. You may get an asshole who wants to still, get you anyway, but in that case, guess what? If he gonna lie, he gonna lie anyway. They're gonna go with what he said. But what I do is I say, you know what? Okay, cool. And then if they do give me a ticket, I'm gonna take a picture. I'm gonna get the time. I'm gonna get the daylight. I'm gonna find the law. You know what? Hey, the law says I don't have to have my lights on, XYZ. Now, when it's time to go to court, I'm gonna explain that to the judge, and they'll throw out the ticket. Now, you just have to know what you're doing. And this is what's about to happen to a lot of our people. They're going to get emotional, and they're going to, scripture say what? Make not haste in a time of trouble. They're going to make haste. They're going to get antsy. All right, because most of our people, they're not temperate. They don't have any fortitude. And they're gonna write a check, like they said, wrote a check that your ass couldn't cash. Are you trying to go tit for tat with Esau, and man, you can't do this, and I know my rights, and fuck you. Hey, look, just move with wisdom. The scriptures talk about that. To give subtlety to the simple. Be wise as a serpent, because remember, we're surrounded by wolves. Yeah, a lot of these police that working with military forces, they're giving, passing information on. Then when it's time to move on these cities, they're gonna already know where to come in and where to draw the line. And we need to send this many forces. Yeah, it's gonna be a battle. It's gonna be a battle. And that shit at the end of the day is not gonna work. But that's all I had, man. Lord willing, it's edifying. Just have to make sure we're applying wisdom. And it all goes back to the basics. Like, we're not here to grandstand. We're not here to, I'm the boss and you'll do it. You guys are public servants and blah, blah. All of that technically is right. Just you have to understand when and where to apply wisdom. All right, the scriptures talk about it's a time for everything. So read the spirit, read the room, as we say, and move with wisdom. Hakim. All praises, glory, and honor to Yahweh Ba'Hashem, Yahweh Shai Ba'Hashem, Rachak Kodash, the apostles and elders, great millstone who rule well. Shalom to the elect.